Hollis was born 2 months too soon. She weighed only 2 pounds, 2 ounces, suffered from internal bleeding and a collapsed lung. Shortly after her birth, she died. Hollis was one of the hundreds of low birth weight babies born in our area last year. The babies who do survive often live with physical and mental disabilities that last a lifetime. And most low birth weight babies are preventable. That's the real tragedy.
And the whole time I thought to myself, well, this is going to be okay because they're going to take her to Children's, they're going to find out what's wrong, and then she's going to be fine, and they're going to bring her back to me. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, they called Glenn at the house, and they told him that her condition was extremely serious and that she was missing the left side of her heart. But they felt that it was probably a matter of hours. So Glenn came to the hospital, and at 8:30, the nurse from the intensive care unit at Children's called us and told us that she had died.
Each year, more than 40,000 babies are born too small or too sick to survive their first 12 months, and many thousands more survive only with severe physical and mental handicaps. This gives the United States one of the highest infant mortality rates among industrialized nations. And right here, in the nation's capital, we have the highest rate of infants who die during the first year of life. In fact, the district's mortality rate is as bad as in some third world countries, Grenada and Costa Rica, for instance. But it doesn't have to be that way, especially when it's a well-established fact that the best remedy for infant mortality and low birth weight is early and repeated prenatal care. These are not problems that affect only disadvantaged women or pregnant teenagers. These are problems that affect women in their 20s who have had problem pregnancies. And they affect women in their upper 30s, including educated, affluent women who are having their first babies and should know how to take care of themselves, but who still smoke.
I knew I was taking my chances with the baby.
Abuse drugs.
And I thought she was going to come out to be like me, smoking love, voting reefer, getting high every day.
Or have poor nutrition.
We stop in the morning and I get a bag of potato chips and a soda and we ride around all day.
WRC TV researched the issue for more than 6 months with its Boston-based community service consultant, the Wishnow Group. In January, the March of Dimes joined the effort as a full partner. And since then, numerous steering committee sessions have been held with local and national experts in health care, government, and the community. Blue Cross Blue Shield of the National Capital Area has come in as the campaign underwriter, contributing more than $250,000 to implement the project. Over the years, there have been many efforts to deal with the problem, yet we remain faced with too many infants being born with low birth weight, who suffer lifelong health problems, who don't survive to their first birthday. Now the March of Dimes, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Channel 4 have joined in an unprecedented alliance to create a public service campaign titled Beautiful Babies, Right from the Start. This public service announcement is just one of dozens that will be part of the effort to raise awareness of the problem.
The United States has the highest infant mortality rate in the industrial world. 40,000 babies under the age of 1 die every year. 550 of those babies are from the greater metropolitan area. The district has the highest infant mortality rate in the country. Infant death and disability are unacceptable. Beautiful babies, right from the start. The campaign begins June 28th.
Beautiful Babies will contain 2 important elements that experts agree will work: education and incentives. The education will come about through a highly focused WRC-TV $2.7 million 18-month-long media campaign. This will be combined with the huge outreach efforts of both the March of Dimes and Blue Cross Blue Shield, and will create an awareness of this problem never before seen in this community to change the behavior of expectant mothers, getting them to come in for early and repeated prenatal care.
You don't want me to tell you what it sounds like?
No, you blew that last time.
Phase 1 of Beautiful Babies starts today on Channel 4 with an on-air promotional spot, which you've already seen. A 4-part news series focusing on high-risk pregnancies, older women having babies, mothers who smoke, single and teenage moms. A Fighting Chance, a 1-hour documentary that airs prime time at 10 p.m. Saturday, and repeats Monday at 4 p.m. A series of editorials, a 5-part series beginning Monday, June 30th. Public service announcements by Channel 4 personalities and network stars, including Marley Gibbs and Hal Williams of 227. These informational spots will also begin airing Monday, June 30th. And a special PSA by jazz superstar Herbie Hancock, designed exclusively for use by Washington area radio stations.
Come on, Washington. It's not that tough to do. And it could mean everything. Beautiful babies, right from the start. I like the way that sounds.
The awareness campaign continues throughout the summer. In the early fall, in Phase 2 of the project, we introduce The Incentive, a coupon book worth hundreds of dollars in goods and services. The coupon book will be distributed to women who mail in a postcard, but will have to be validated by their medical professional at prenatal visits. Some of the items we are collecting for the coupon book are prenatal vitamins, nutritious foods, baby formula, transportation to medical checkups, maternity and children's clothes, baby diapers, beauty and health care. We will also establish support services for the mothers, including a mother's network for support and advice, a telephone hotline, a service to collect and distribute baby care materials, and access to smoking, alcohol, and drug treatment. Through our highly focused media campaign, it has been predicted that we will create an enormous awareness of this issue and the incentives to get expectant mothers in for early and repeated prenatal care. Experts say the combination of information and incentives will make a difference. The high infant mortality and morbidity rate in our area is unconscionable. The tragic fact is that many of these deaths and impairments are preventable. We need the total community to get involved in order to ensure that everyone who decides to have a baby has a beautiful baby right from the start.